Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Monday Afternoon Live. Hello, this is like my favorite part when the chat loads up. When the chat starts loading up. So we have Mirren Kearney. Hey, Piano Fingers, Alina, Sunflower. So nice to see you guys. So nice to see you. How's everybody doing out there? How's your heart? I hope your heart is well. Mine feels weird today. I don't know if you feel the energy, but it's a little weird. It feels to me somewhat restrictive, but not too restrictive because, of course, we don't want to choose to restrict ourselves with the restrictive energy, right? It's definitely weird. Yeah, Piano Fingers. Hey, Sophia, so nice to see you. So yeah, I also just wanted to give you guys a heads up that today is going to be a shorter session because I do have some clients to read for like immediately after. So it's going to be a shorter session today, but fret not, my friends, fret not. Okay, so let me just go over some of the rules. I know people pop in later, okay? So for those of you who pop in later, you may not be able to get your questions answered as well. And also, you may not hear the rules. So I may come off sounding really mean, like the big bad wolf or something like that, but that's not the case. There's just more of you than there are of me. So I can only take one question at a time. For time's sake, especially today, since we are going to have a shorter session, I'm only answering one question. So if you write me out a batch of questions or you write, several questions throughout our live today, I'm only going to be able to answer one. Also, the other thing is that I need questions to be laser focused, not open-ended. Open-ended questions will not be answered. So an example of an open-ended question is, what is my life purpose? Which field should I work in? It's just too general, too open for the short amount of time that we do have, okay? So if you do want those answers in a more individualized session, you'll have to book a private one-on-one session. So please don't be offended. Please don't be angry at me if I pass on that question, okay? So let me get all up in there. We have some people coming in on the feed. So let me address everybody. Hey, Michelle, so nice to see you. Yeah, Sunflower, I've been feeling weird all weekend. Yes. Actually, over the weekend, we had some high Schumann resonance, which is, you can kind of think of it as Mother Earth's heartbeat. So just like we have energetic shifts, so does the Earth. So yeah, that's what you've been picking up on. Mirren says, yeah, okay, my heart is a bit weird and a bit down, I guess. I know, you know what? Me too. I don't know. It just is. Sometimes shit just happens, When there's a lot of energy building up, especially with a lot of the chaos that's going on, at least in the United States, we sensitive folks, and I'm pretty sure any of you guys who are here have some sort of sensitivity to energy shifts, are also picking up, perhaps absorbing and integrating those energies into your own field. And so it kind of sets us off. So we kind of have to get our footing and our bearing. And sometimes, feelings and emotions come up and they're not even ours. So we just do the best that we can. Sometimes things just happen and it's okay. And we just move through them as graceful as possible. Alina, you've been feeling scatterbrained recently. Yes, I've been very scatterbrained today. It's really weird. I've also been dropping things. Has anybody else been dropping things? I've been dropping things. I don't know how many ceramic plates and mugs I dropped over the weekend. I think at least 3. Yeah. So anyways, let's see here. Michelle, hey, Terrie. Do you think the diet that I'm currently trying will be good for my long-term health? I don't know why I want to say no. Look, I'm not a doctor. I'm just going to give the spiel. I'm not a doctor. I don't make medical diagnoses. But I feel like, Michelle, it's okay temporarily, like maybe 3 or 4 months. but I don't like the big picture of the diet. I feel, and I don't know why, again, I'm not predicting it. I'm not a doctor, but I feel like it might have some sort of effect on your heart. So it's okay for, temporary push just to get shit moving and grooving, but I wouldn't stay on it for too long. Okay. But look, you make all your own choices and your own decisions. So you do as you need to and want to do. Okay. Sartorius, hey girl, will I own a horse in the next 5 to 7 years? Yes, that's a real big yes. Feel like it's closer to 7 years. Here's the thing, like, energy these days is so fluid. It's changing minute by minute. So I hate even like saying 5 to 7. That like boxes it. I feel like I want to say you will own a horse, but I feel like it's closer if you're giving me like a specific time, I feel like it'll be closer to 7 years, but it might be going a little over 7 years. It doesn't feel like the earlier part of the 5 to 7 years. Okay. Sunflower fields forever. Am I going to have a baby by the time I'm 30? I'm 27 now, and I've always wanted to have at least one by the time I'm 30 or be pregnant. So I'm going to give you the same spiel I just gave Sartorius, which is like this, time is, energy is fluid. And I know in your mind you have a finite number, but I got to tell you, I'm not picking up on the finites, at least today. Actually, recently, it's really hard to pick up on the finites because these days, energy is so fluid. It's not in like, here's my tarot card bag, right? It's empty now, but the bag holds things and then, you zip up the top and then everything's inside, right? Energy is not like that anymore. It's not like there's a container that it can hold where it's like restricted and contained in a nice, neat tarot bag, right? So it's really hard to make these finite predictions. It always has been. And, I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I don't feel like 30 by the time you're 30, but if you have one at like 35, 37, again, I can be wrong, right? Because time is so fluid. But if you're going to give me like, a finite box, I'm going to say no. Now, if you want me to be wrong, I want to be wrong. And you have to let me know if I'm wrong, because that would be good if I'm wrong. All right. 2121. Hi, Terrie. Hi. My question is, will they do the first move? Will they do the first move? Do you mean make the first move or do the first move? I don't know what you mean by do the first move. If you mean make the first move, I don't feel like they're going to make the first move. No, that's what I got to say. JC, oh my God, Terrie, I love you so much. Oh my God, I love you too. Thank you. Which one of my 3 loved ones that passed is with me most? Stepdad, dad, or grandmother? I feel grandma. Yeah, there's your answer. I feel grandma. Arzu. Hey, Terrie, I hope you're doing well today. I am a little off. Yeah, a little off. My family is struggling for a long time now. When do you see it getting better? So that's a really vague question. Okay, that's something that I'm gonna have to answer in a more, in a time where I have like more, and I have more time. This is a complicated question. It's kind of open-ended. It's like, when do you see this getting better? It's like, so unfortunately, I can't answer your question because of timing. So if you want to book a session with me, I can look into that and I can give you more details, okay? Hara, I'm thinking of starting a business in 2 years, but don't know in what yet. Do you see a business venture for me? Okay, this is kind of sort of like Ars's question, okay? Because it's a bit open-ended. What do you see me doing? It's very open-ended, right? And each person here is individual. How I can answer that question is because you gave me like starting a business in 2 years. I can just tell you yes or no if that's going to happen. That's the angle I can give to you. Time-wise, I can't do that in a live, okay? So you'll have to forgive me. Just book a private session with me if you're going to need more more details on this than what I can give you in a live. I do not feel as of right now, well, no, that's not true. You could start a business within 2 years. You don't even have to wait 2 years, but I don't see this business really coming to fruition where it's like running itself. You're actually making money versus putting out money in 2 years. So there's a bit of a shift, and like there's a transition time. So 2 years is still relatively like too soon for a really big, thriving, successful business. Okay. So that's how I'm able to answer your question. All right. There you go. Oh boy. Okay. The feed moved. Ilze Joe. God, I hope I am not butchering your name. Where are you? There you are. Will I get a new job anytime soon, please? Thank you very much. Job, yes. Career, I feel like that's still a little bit of time away, but I actually feel like that's circumstantial. So a job, yes, meaning like you can still earn an income. It's not career matched. I don't know how to say this. It's not a career move yet. That still feels like it's on pause. And I don't know what your definition of soon is. My definition is like within the next 3 months. I don't feel like career type move is going to be happening within the next 3 months. A job, yeah. You can get a job pretty much anywhere doing anything. But if you're talking, I feel like you want career. That's the way it's coming through to me. That I feel like you'll probably start maybe like towards the end of the year is when I feel like, okay, this could be like a career type move. Okay. I hope that helps. Lynn Martin, what should I pursue for work when my mommy duties lighten up? Again, that's kind of a bit of an open-ended question. So Lynn, book a private reading with me and I can get into that. The way I can answer your question is yes, I do feel like you should pursue work. So at least you're on the right track with that. When you're talking about what, I can't answer that in a live, all right? It's not that I don't want to, it's that I don't have time, okay? Alina, in ciao destegui. God, I hope I didn't butcher that. Are you Italian? Here's my question for you. How can I deepen my connection to astral projection and maintain control consciousness in out-of-body travel? There's 2 questions here. I'm only gonna be able to answer one for time's sake. How can I deepen my connection? So I do feel like there's like it doesn't feel to me like the connection needs to be deepened per se. I feel like it's deep. It's a timing issue. In other words, giving yourself enough time, not doing this in a time where you're limited with time, I feel like. So in other words, don't try and sneak this exercise in between clients or in between, dropping off the kids or something like that. Because I feel like you really need to spend a good amount of hours in practice. So there's still some time before you're able to reach your expectation of what you're looking for. And I feel like your desire of wanting to be there already is actually what's hindering the process. Because even though you're conscious of it, you're still pushing yourself, which actually repels the scenario and the situation. So that's why it's hard for you to maintain the consciousness when you're doing out-of-body travel, because you want it so bad. You're trying too hard, basically. That's what it feels like, is you're trying too hard. So when you're asking, how can I deepen my connection? I'm going to say stop trying so hard and give yourself ample time to practice. And just keep practicing. Don't give yourself any time limit. And I feel like there's some sort of time. I feel like the word sabotage just came to me. Like there's a time sabotage that you're giving yourself, and that's what that feels like. So hopefully that helps. Piano fingers. Hi, Terrie. Is there anything I can do shadow work wise? There's always something you can do shadow work wise. First, start with when you're feeling angry or hurt by something someone says or does, and then just keep asking yourself, why does this anger me? Why does this hurt me? You just got to like journal it out, sit with it. Shadow work is not a 1, 2, 3 thing. Shadow work takes a really long time, and usually you do need to work with somebody to reflect back to you, because a lot of it's also mirror work in a way. That's one way you can do shadow work, is by doing mirror work. Piano Fingers, did you ask me this question last week? I feel like somebody asked me this question last week. And I'm going to give the same answer. Stand naked in front of a mirror and start looking at yourself and every part of your body that you're putting down. Start, looking into why that area of your body is bothering you so much and see what comes out of it. Just kind of like journal or, just sit with it. Again, it's more than just journaling. I mean, oftentimes it involves therapy, really. So there you go. Mirren, here we go. Hold on, you guys. Will I get into the uni I want? Do you mean university? Is that what you mean by uni? Will I get into the uni I want? The uni is called Royal Conservative. That's what I think you mean. Will I get into the uni I want? Yeah. But I don't feel it's the first one. I feel like there might be a second one. So I feel like you're happy with what you get. You guys hear those screaming cockatoo? Listen. He wishes he were here. So, yeah, I feel like you get into it, but I feel like it's not your first choice. So you get into one that you do like and you want, but it's just not your first one. I could be wrong. And if you want me to be wrong, I want to be wrong. All right, Mirren, there you go. Piano Fingers for this week. I mean, I don't remember. What did you say? Oh, is there anything I can do for shadow work wise? Girl, whatever you were working on last week, trust me, is still there this week. And whatever you were working on 3 months ago, trust me, is still there. So just continue working on the shadow work. Shadow work doesn't just go away, you guys. It doesn't just go away. It's an evolution. It's a process. One day you'll wake up and whatever you were doing your shadow work on just won't have such an emotional tug or pull at your heart. You don't just wake up one day and it's gone. It's an evolutionary process. So Piano Fingers, whatever you were working on last week, you're going to be working on this week too. So there you go. Jane Smith. Hi, Terrie. Can you tell me what my spirit animal is? So here's what I'm going to tell you what I feel it is. And then you're going to do some homework on your own to see if I'm right. Or maybe there's you have another one. I feel like an owl could very well be your spirit animal. Now, what I would do if I were you, this is when I'm teaching my classes. And I teach people how to figure out what their spirit animal is. Because, it's actually kind of arrogant for a human to deem what somebody's spirit animal is. So I'm being kind of arrogant by saying, oh, well, I think it's an owl, but why don't you give your spirit animal a chance to show up? So what I would do is I don't know, whatever kind of I don't know what kind of, I guess we could go by media, because media is pretty popular. Well, especially since we're trapped, or a lot of us are trapped, at least in Los Angeles, we are still on major lockdown. The US is still pretty fucked up with this whole coronavirus thing. So if you're in the US, even if you're not in the US, I'm just giving the US as an example, you can use media. Okay. And what you could do is you could start posing the question to your spirit animal, and you go, okay, spirit animal, start showing up. Show me who you are. And then you can notice, when you're watching TV, or if you're on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, what animals keep showing up, because there will be some sort of animal that starts to show up because you're asking. And when you ask, the universe is so loving, and they're not going to test you. The universe is not vengeful. They're not going to test you. They're going to give you what it is that you want. So you're just going to say, do me a favor, please show up for me. Please tell me who you are, what medicine. Well, there's a different thing. You can actually say, what medicine from an animal do I need now? And then you can see what animals show up. Or you could say, who is my spirit animal, right? So then just see like what animals start popping up, like on your Facebook feed, or maybe you'll see commercials for it. And once you'll start to see the same animal kind of pop up, maybe it's a bear, right? So you'll start to see these things pop up. As I evolve and grow and shift and change in my spirituality and my practice, I just start to realize that like a lot of times humans are arrogant. I can be very arrogant at times. I can absolutely live out of my ego at times. And it's kind of in those moments when I'm trying to make some sort of defined feeling of safety, right? So it's like, I need to know, I want to know something, right? And the thing is that like, it's not bad that happens. It's natural. That's how humans operate. Yes. That is the way humans operate, but it can be kind of like egotistical and arrogant to like make something or say something that might affect somebody's, path. That's why I always say you choose your own reality. I might say information to you because I'm just reading like one or two potentials or possibilities, but you have an infinite. And so if you're married to, or you just stick to whatever timeline or possibility that I share with you, you're really, missing out on the human experience. So sometimes you just feel like, to just deem something or say something or put something in a box, like I was saying earlier, so that we understand or so that we can like kind of figure shit out, like it can be a little arrogant. So I find myself, oftentimes going back and forth, like, should I say this? Should I not say this? How is this going to affect somebody? How is this not going to affect somebody? And that's, of course, using your intuition. So you got to always make sure that you say your truth, and you always have to understand that your truth may trigger somebody else. So it's a good idea for you to figure out on your own who your spirit animal is, Jane. I feel like you might have a connection to an owl, but just because I'm saying it doesn't mean it's an owl. Okay? Shelby, I've been very clumsy and tired. Yeah. All right. Shelby, you're my sister. You're my sister. Because it's totally been feeling that way. Miran's also been dropping things, like little things though. Well, that's good. Because then you stir your animals so that they're away and they don't hurt themselves. I'm like running around crazy. Yeah. Abby. Hey, Abby. Am I going to be able to handle, hold on. Am I going to be able to handle financially and mentally going back to school full time? Yes, Abby. You're way stronger than you think. You're way stronger than you think. You totally can do this. What you need to learn how to do, Abby, it feels like, is manage time better. If you can balance your time. And what I mean by that is also making time for yourself, right? And your rest. Rest can be wildly productive, okay? So for you, you're going to have to learn how to balance your time between work, because I feel like you might have to work, or there's an aspect of work, and it just could be homework. Like maybe you're going into like a really demanding program. So you're going to have to, learn to balance your time between work, study, rest, and then play. So it's almost like, like a quarter, like rest, study, what did I say? Rest, study, work, and play. All right. So I do feel like you will be successful. I know you can be successful, but I also know that you're going to have to learn how to balance, manage, even manipulate time. Okay. Because unfortunately, we live in a third dimension of physical reality where there's time and space. Virgo Queen. Hey, hi. Wondering if my boyfriend and I will be reunited physically this month or next month. Okay. Got it. I feel like it's more next month. Got to remember time is fluid. That can change. So if it's not next month, it's the month after. I feel like, you guys are giving me these like boxed times. And again, that's that example of how humans want to know information so that they can feel safe. It's God, this is horrible. In the first quarter of 2021, even going into the fluid, it's just not finite. So hopefully that helps. Sarah Michelle, hey Sarah. Let me check on the time. I only got 5 more minutes, you guys. 5 more minutes because I've got some readings got a busy day ahead of me. Sarah Michelle, will my partner and I recover from an argument we had? Yes. I do feel separation though. So I also feel like I have to say you're not making this up. Like, yes, he's taking a break right now. Just got to give you that. Or you're taking a break right now. There's like it's an authentic, valid break. Both of you guys are a little bit too hot-headed, right? Both of you guys need to calm down. But yeah, I do feel like you will recover from an argument, but I also feel like this is the beginning, not necessarily of the end. It could be the beginning of the end of the way the relationship used to be. Because I feel like there's an ending, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the end of a relationship. It just could be the end of the way the relationship was. So I do feel like there is more conversation that needs to be had, which we'll see. So you've got to get super clear on your needs and your wants, a passion behind what you're saying. I don't know why it's saying my connection is unstable. Behind what you're saying. I don't know why it's saying my connection is unstable. You guys, I'm sorry. The internet is having a connection fit of some sort. It said that the internet is unstable. So I apologize if I'm cutting out. But Sarah, that's the scoop on the poop, okay? Coyote Lakan Paul. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to butcher your name. All right, let me take a look-see here. Will the guy I like me back? Will he like me by June? I'm an Aries, he's an Aquarius. There's too many questions. And again, it's a very finite thing. Will the guy I like me back? That's the only question I'm going to be able to answer. Okay, will the guy I like me back? Ugh. I think you're coming from like a romantic place, and I don't feel like he has a romantic like for you. You guys might be friends, but I don't feel any type of romantic thing. Khalid Peters, hey Terrie, sending you my love. Oh, Khalid, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, 21 says make. Yes, sorry, ha ha ha. That's probably something that I talked about earlier. I don't remember this stuff. It goes right through me. Okay, this is gonna be the last question here that and then that'll be it. Sorry for a much shorter session today, you guys. I've got readings I've got to do. I've got coaching sessions I've got to do. I've got a lot on my plate today. And as an uplifter for humanity, I got to do my thing, right? So I think it's Chino3, CHNO3. Hi, Terrie. Hi. I hope you're having a good day. I am actually. Will our country recover from this debacle? Thanks. Yes, our country will definitely recover from this debacle. I think this is a spiritual war more than anything else. And I think it's actually a really wonderful thing that's happening, because with every breakdown, there's a breakthrough, and we're shifting from old systems into new systems. So change will definitely be made. That's the good news, is that there will come change from this. The change won't come right away. It'll take a few years. Did this traumatize people? Like, without a doubt. I mean, the United States is now doing its shadow work, right? There's healing that needs to be done in systems and mindsets that have to be shifted and changed. And I think the best thing is that, I'm not a very political person whatsoever. I'm really not. I'm actually also really, really shitty at predicting politics. But the best thing that can happen is that the Republicans break down their systems, the Democrats/liberals break down their systems, and that a new system of some sort is just created, because you're having, these these extreme conservatives and these extreme liberals just fighting at it, and they're ruining it for everyone else, really. So yes, this is just it's growing pains. It's just growing pains. And it sucks right now, but it's really good because you have the majority of people want the same things. It's just that there are these mindsets that need to be healed. And the United States is going through its shadow work right now. And that's just the way it is. Yes, yes, yes. Without a doubt, the U.S. will heal from this debacle. If you want to look at it as a spiritual war, you kind of can. People's ethics and morals need to change. They do, in every system, on every level, in every race, in every religion, in every political party, from the banking system to the educational system to the everything. So that's what's happening, a big ass overhaul. And the growing pains suck ass and it hurts, but this had to happen. This is like a pimple that's coming to a head to pop so that it can heal. So it's like the white head is growing, right? But it has to happen. It has to happen. And the more we focus, believe it or not, on ourselves individually and healing ourselves, the clearer we will get individually. So we will be able to contribute to the collective. So do your own work, heal yourself. Piano fingers is like, what can I do for shadow work? Sit in your shadow work, try and understand what triggers you, why, heal that little inner you, right? That's wounded. Everybody's got trauma. Everybody's wounded as long as you're wearing a human earth suit. I mean, that's why we're here, right? To grow from it. So yes, Chino, I think your name is Chino 3. Our country will recover from this debacle. And as soon as people can really, really respect, because a lot of respect has been lost. Like there used to be where you can respect when somebody else had a say, but people are so hurt and they're coming from their own wounded place that they haven't healed. So it's very, very hard to be open-minded towards other people when you're in pain. It's hard to be there for someone else when you are hurting. Hurt people. Open hearts, right? So on that note, you guys, I'm going to be heading out. Got to prepare for my readings. Thank you guys for joining me on this Monday afternoon. I'm going to be heading out. Got to prepare for my readings. Thank you guys for joining me on this Monday afternoon. I love you guys. Thank you so much for engaging with me, for talking with me, for all of your questions. If I skipped over your question, it wasn't on purpose. If I didn't answer your question, you may want to come back next week differently so that I can. And yeah, you guys stay connected and I'll see ya on the flip side. Bye.